back at it. Creative Drive. Been a lot going on the last week, 2 weeks, you know. Talk about it in the music. Today the topic I'm talking about is basically what I learned from hustling and what I didn't learn from hustling. I mean, just hustling in the sense of selling products throughout the years. You know, it taught me a lot. It taught me, like, the best thing I learned throughout the years of hustling is it's better to sell out. My method, I used to always keep a surplus. I will always reinvest to where, in my mind, to me, having product was better than cash, because the product could always be sold and the product was worth more, theoretically worth more than the cash that I bought it for. So I spend $1, if I know I can make $6 or $7 off it, why would I hold $1? See, but what I began to learn as the amount of product that I would have, especially when I was having shoes and clothes and everything, now I had to have storage space for it. So now I'm paying for storage units. Now, logistically, it's more movement. It's more moving parts. And now I gotta go get it. Now I gotta, you know, as opposed to if I got just enough to where I could keep in the crib, in the whip, I would sell out and move on to the next thing. Also make you more agile, because once you got product, you know, it's almost like with the trend thing that I talked about. It's like I'm reinvesting in this product, and if it don't sell immediately by a certain time, especially with when we were selling clothes, the value would decrease, because now the next trend's coming. You know what I mean? The next hot new thing's coming back. For instance, like, you know, it was a time back when we used to sell throwbacks. We would sell throwbacks, and then Jay-Z dropped a song talking about button up. So overnight, we were sitting on a bunch of throwbacks. You know what I mean? To where if I would have just said, okay, this is what I sell in a week, if I would have just had that amount, it wouldn't matter. Even the surplus wouldn't have mattered. So now what happens is I'm sitting on an abundance, and now I gotta sell it. Not even at a loss. Not even the point that you sell it at a loss. It's the fact that you may have to do all this work just to break even, just to get your money back out of it. So for me, that's the number one lesson I learned. It's better to sell out. And now, with on demand, you don't even gotta really hold product. So, like right now, my biggest thing is I don't even want to hold product. You know what I mean? I'd rather just take orders, you know, and distribute them in real time. You know, there's some staples that you keep a little bit of product, like hoodies in the, you know, couple hoodies, you know, your staples, you know what I mean? Like, you always keep the staples. I keep the staples, you know, on deck. But like, outside of the staples, it's too much of an investment now, especially with how quick you can get products made on demand. One thing that I didn't learn hustling was like delegation and organization, in the sense of like a business structure and a hierarchy. You know, I later learned about that when I had a cleaning business and when I was working in property management in Chicago and Baltimore. But the hustle, all the years of hustle, when integrated into a corporate environment, made me shoot to the top way quicker than everybody else. You know, so I think the two go hand in hand. I think to really get to that top level where you an unstoppable beast, you gotta understand corporate structure, actual business, because that's what I didn't learn from hustling, actual business, you know. But when you know the hustle, when you know the grind, and then you couple that with knowledge of like actual business, you know, that just puts you in a level to where you can become indispensable within any system. Throughout time, I'm gonna revisit a lot of these topics because it's kind of like the first time I'm actually reflecting on and like seeing these topics from a different perspective. So, you know, creative drive, you know, it's looking real dim out. You know, today is the day the sun didn't shine, because it's about 12:15 noon, looking like the sun about to set. But peace.